Well, you know, the whole musical career I'd had up to that point was playing in different bands that people I didn't know, even if it's just for one night. Most of the time, it was just for one night, or for 2 weeks, or 6 weeks, or whatever. But you just get in that band and you play, and then it's over. So that to me, this was no different than that. This was just getting in another band and playing. I didn't know it was going to do what it did. I didn't know, where it was going to lead or anything like that. I had no expectations. So I just went along with whatever was happening. And most of it was just learning some really hard music and some easy music. And also some music that I wasn't crazy about, but I learned later on to like a lot more, like all the doo-wop music and the 50s R&B stuff. But nevertheless, that's how I approached it or felt about it. I mean, it wasn't really a feeling. It was just do the job. First of all, we rehearsed 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, including Thanksgiving and Christmas, for the first 6 months before we ever played. I don't know if that was on my account because the rest of the guys in the band, and also Bunk joined the band somewhere around in that time, and so there was another added person. And I don't know how to answer that. It's once again, I was more concerned about playing my part right, getting all the songs right, and figuring out how can I add to this, and as long as all the other guys were doing their job and the tempo was steady, I was happy with all that, And as I said, I think before that we started this, they didn't have, I needed a synthesizer, and there were no such thing. People didn't even know the word yet. And so I built a synthesizer out of odds and bits, oscillators and filters, and a theremin I had on there, and so it was a fairly complicated machine, but it didn't have a keyboard. And its sole purpose was making weird sounds, or electronic sounds, if you will. So once I had that, then I could, when we came to doing something strange, I could really pull out the stops and do something unlike anybody else. The other thing that I had at that time that I used previously to the Mothers was I had a 30-inch gong. And that was another thing that I felt that it was innovative on my part to bring that into the realm of this group, which of course it fit this group more than it had any other group I'd ever played in. It was like perfect, for certain songs like King Kong or stuff like that. So my place in the group is what I thought my place was to bring an element of really bizarre weirdness musically into the group.